Oh, hello there. Why did I just do that? This is day 3 of the September series. If you're not sure what that's about, go and check the announcement video, which is up in this corner or down below. But basically, I will be uploading a video every day in September. That's the goal. But today is the first daily reading vlog for the September series, and I am so excited, mostly because I haven't really read in about a week. Today is Friday, September 2nd. I am on my lunch break, and I just wanted to go over a couple things and let you know what I'm going to be reading. So for the weekdays, I obviously work. I do get a 30-minute break, and I luckily work from home, so I can read during that time or update you, but I'm hoping to read. And then after work on weeknights, I am committing to reading at least 3 hours a night. And I don't know if that sounds like not enough or too much to you, but I'm trying to, challenge myself, but at the same time be realistic, because I know I'm gonna be editing longer than I think I will be every single night. And I do have a husband, and I should probably pay attention to him and feed him. So tonight after work, I will be picking up The House Across the Lake. I did start this last Friday, I think, on Meredith's reading sprints. I will link her channel down below because she's awesome. I got to page 118 and I was really liking it. So I really want to finish this tonight. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm definitely going to be finishing this tonight. So we can look forward to that. But usually by my lunch break, I've worked 5.5 hours, so I can kind of get a feel for how the rest of my workday is going and whether or not I can listen to an audiobook, or if I have too much concentration type work to do that I can't get away with that. But today, it's Friday. I've gotten through my toughest stuff at work, so I'm going to try to listen to an audiobook. I have 2.5 hours left of my work day. So I think because I have an audio or Audible credit, I think I'm gonna pick up this book, which everyone's been reading, and I feel left out. For those of you that don't know, this is a memoir by the actress, I forget her name, Jennette something. She was on iCarly and a few other Nickelodeon shows. And this is basically just telling her experience growing up, both with, I think, an abusive mother, given the title, and just being in the child star toxic realm. I've heard there are some trigger warnings for eating disorders and obviously some childhood abuse. So pick up at your own risk. And I don't know what I'm going to, even if it's too much for me, because I'm really sensitive to childhood abuse. But everyone's been just raving about this, and I especially love listening to audiobooks that are memoirs that are read by the author, because you can kind of get a sense of their vulnerability in their voice, and that always gets me. So I think I'm gonna start that. Oh yeah, in my announcement video, I mentioned that these are the books that I'm going to focus on. I've broken them down into different genres. These are the books that I'm really trying to finish. They are the ones that I've already started, or that I've put in TBRs over the past 8 months. So yeah, I feel like I just gave you so much information. But I'm so excited to start reading again. Hey guys, just finished work, and they were not kidding around about how intense this book is. I read 36%, so roughly 114 pages. And I mean, even that first bit of the book, listening to it, there's this one striking moment that she tells her mom something, and it's oh, okay, we're about to actually go somewhere messed up. You know what I mean? It just sucks so bad hearing about kids being treated badly, obviously, but it's just hearing from the kid's point of view, because when you are supposed to trust the person who's raising you and you're not exposed to anyone else, everything feels normal, even if you're not being treated right and someone is being really fucked up in your life. And it is heartbreaking. And the thing that's always blows my mind is that the adult doesn't ever think, or they're just not, I don't know. Do they not just realize that kids grow up and they will realize that this is not the way of the world? I seriously don't know. The way it is written, though, is very, very well done. Jennette McCurdy, I think her name is. She has a kind of detached voice as of right now in the book, and she's only like 11 maybe. And it is kind of detached, I'm thinking, because when you're a kid and you're going through shit like that, you don't know any different. So she doesn't really have an opinion, and she kind of has a feeling that she doesn't want to be doing certain things, and she feels uncomfortable, but she doesn't quite yet know why. I almost want to just keep listening to this, but I think I need to pace myself. There's a part of me that just wants to read all of it or listen to all of it, because I just don't want to be thinking about it that long, because like I said, this kind of shit upsets me. But it's also so great that I kind of want to take my time listening to it. So it's, I don't know. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna take a walk to see the sunrise. So maybe I'll listen to some more of it on my walk. But yeah, it's intense, but it's very, very well written and very touching already. Now I feel kind of in a weird mood to continue with this. Not that this is like cheerful and I have to like buck up, but it's just a different kind of tone. Also, I took an Instagram for this book. I used a bottle of wine, which I'll get to in a second, and some binoculars, and I put like, is it a red flag that I just had these just sitting around? I'm pretty sure they were up there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I usually post right when I start a book or when I plan to finish a book. So if you want even more timely updates on my reading, that sounded so cringe, you can follow me in the link down below. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. People have been losing their minds over this book, either in a good way or in a bad way. I see people giving it 5 stars, people giving it 2 stars, so I'm very excited to see where I fall. Also, my mailman did something to the book. It's not like grease. It won't go away. It's like really annoying. So if you see that, I'm not just like this gross person who leaves grease all over her books, I promise. This is a mystery thriller about a alcoholic woman who was an actress. She is staying on this lake house that she's had in her family for the longest time. And of course, there is a house across the lake. Who would have thought? She meets this woman who used to be a supermodel, and she sort of befriends her. And then apparently she vanishes, and Casey suspects the husband, obviously. And that's kind of what's happening at the point that I stopped reading on page 118. And it was very like clear that Tom, the husband, looks suspicious. So I'm thinking there's got to be a huge plot twist. And I did start vlogging this last week, and these were some of my initial theories, like 20 pages in or something. Okay guys, I'm 25 pages in. So we have our main bitch, Casey, and she comes across the woman across the lake who lives in the house across the lake, because she noticed that someone looks like they're drowning. And so she gets in a boat and she hurries over, and the girl looks dead. Casey jumps in. She notices it's her new neighbor, who is an ex-supermodel, and she's like lugging her body towards the boat, and the supermodel like wakes up in a way, and then they kind of bond. And I already have theories. I'm gonna spit them out a little bit just because we're only 25 pages in. And I'm guessing that there's a huge twist in here that I didn't see coming. So I'm gonna go wild with these theories. First theory is that the supermodel lady did it on purpose to get her to come out and talk to her. I feel like maybe she did it on purpose, or maybe she's a robot. Why did I don't know, because her husband is like this tech guy, right? Or maybe he works in social media. Maybe he like built a robot. I think Miss Supermodel is a little con artist. Oh wait, my other theory is that Casey is clearly making up Catherine. Like Catherine's not even real. Or that Catherine drowned and this is all Casey like pretending that she didn't. Or maybe Casey drowned. I don't know, okay? Guys, I'm going all out with these theories. Pretty crazy theories, but I'm excited. I might have a glass of wine while I read this. The main character is pretty much an alcoholic, so I don't want to seem like I'm enabling alcoholism or suggesting like that's a fun thing to partake in. I just have wine, and I don't know. Please don't be mad. Guys, I have gotten halfway through. I'm on page 186. Things are going well. I've had a couple shifts in my theories, but I feel like I'm at the point now where if I start talking about it, it could be potential spoilers. I do feel like not reading for a while makes me like I could read all night, but I am getting to the point where in a thriller or in a romance or in a genre where there's a very specific plot timeline, like the climax and the third act conflict or the red herring and the big reveal and the big twist, etc., etc. I'm at the point in the book where I'm sure I'll be getting a couple clues in the next 100 pages, but mostly I feel like it's going to be the author and the characters lying to me to try to distract me, try to get me to believe in red herrings where I really just want to know what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm getting antsy. I want to know what happened. I will know by the end of the night. That's what makes me feel better. Oh, I forgot to mention in this vlog that like where the dedication would be, it's actually a Taylor Swift lyric from No Body, No Crime, the one that she does with Haim or whatever they're called. I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. And if you know that song, you know there's a little twist. So I wonder if that's an indication of where this is going. But also on page 199, the author just referenced Taylor Swift again. Riley Sager is a verified Swiftie. This might have just taken a wild turn. Oh, I hope this is not a tease. Okay, I finished. Wow. I feel like I say that after I finish every book. This was a great time. And it's so funny because I was saying earlier that I was scared it was going to get boring at this point, and almost immediately it took a fun turn and then it just kept going. So I really like how this was written in that way because I feel like it took turns that normal mystery thriller books wouldn't take, even just in like the way that they're told. I did love, you know, the big old twist that is in every mystery or thriller. And for a minute there, I really wanted it to end on page 319. I am not going to spoil this book, but for those of you that have read this or have the book, 319. At first I thought maybe that's where it should have ended because then we got like this, you know, whole big explanation. And I don't really like it when thrillers do that just because it seems, first of all, different than the tone of the rest of the book that is hardly giving us like anything, but also it just feels kind of like just unnatural, I guess. But then, you know, I liked it, okay? I'm giving it 4.5 stars, and I really liked it. Just a bit at the end where there was too much explanation, I think. So yeah. This is my first Riley Sager book that I finished, so I definitely want to go back and read the one that everyone loves, which is not Survive the Night. I actually DNF'd that one, not even because I didn't like it. I think my library copy was returned and I was like, I didn't care enough to get it back. I think it's Lock Every Door. So maybe I'll check that one out because this was really fun. Yeah, I definitely want to go check out everyone's like reading vlogs and spoiler vlogs that I've been avoiding, and everyone's review on Goodreads, just because I want to know why either they didn't like this book or why they loved it. If you've read this, please tell me what you thought of it. I know some of you have read it and have really liked it. So shout out to Venus Escapes to Read. I'll link her channel down below. She's amazing. But she is the one that convinced me to read this. I was watching her wrap up from July, I think, or maybe it was just a recent reads video, but I was intrigued enough to pick it up, and thank you so much because this was so fun. Okay, so this is day 1 down and I did pretty well. It's now 8 p.m. so it's taken me like 4.5 hours with, you know, getting distracted by other stuff to finish this book. Let me see how many pages I wrote and we can do our final thing of the day. Let's go over the stats for today. So I read 345 pages today. I am counting what I listened to, so I don't know if that's controversial or not, but I'm in a challenge right now, so I gotta use this. I read 231 pages of The House Across the Lake and roughly about 114 pages of I'm Glad My Mom Died. And I finished 1 book. So now I get to pull up my little screenshot of the books that I'm hoping to get through, and I can mark this one off. So yeah, not a bad first day. I'm feeling excited still, mostly because, you know, the momentum of finishing a book is just a wonderful feeling. Although now I have to figure out what I'm going to read tomorrow. And I have to edit this. Either way, I will see you tomorrow. I feel like I had something else to ask you, but I think this video is getting long enough. Oh, I forgot to say that I never ended up drinking my wine. First of all, because I thought it would make me tired, and second of all, because just reading that book made me feel hungover. We'll have to have a glass of wine another night. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll get shorter and shorter as the month goes by. I'm just very excited right now. I hope you guys had a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.